The front-end user has inserted.
Yeah. In the same way, guys, can you tell me who helped the user to get put the data here? Which component helped the user?
Backend APIs.
Backend API. When a user given the new data, he will call the backend API. This API inserted the data in the table. And if you see this, guys, yeah, okay. Do you understand, guys? Can you see this? This is my front-end application. When I am clicking this, where actually the front-end is calling the backend URL, and the backend is calling the database, and we are getting the data displayed on the front-end. That means, guys, is this part over? This is over now, guys. Can anyone tell me, do we have any direct connection between the front-end and the database? Do we have a direct connection between front-end and database? No.
No.
Every request should go from the backend, and the backend only will put our. It is its responsible to create, read, update, and delete. Though we are entering the data on the front end, but it's actually the backend who is taking the data and putting it in the database. Am I correct? Yeah. Am I correct or not? Now, guys, yes. If you in real time, 10% of the code, if 100% of the code there in the project, 10% will be on the backend, 20% front person, 10% on the database, 20% on the front end, and 70% of the code will reside in the backend. Why? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell what is the most important component here, guys? Though 3 are equal, but guys, lot of processing, lot of actions will be performed on the backend, because if you see here, it is communicating with the database. At the same time, it is communicating with the front end. Am I correct? And if you see here, the front end is only communicating with the backend. It doesn't know anything about the database. In the same way, the database is only communicating with the backend. It doesn't know anything about the front end. Am I correct, guys?
Correct, sir. Yes.
Yes. Are you following or not? Everyone, are you following? Karunakar, Venkat Reddy, Subrat. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. For me, for Subrat, okay.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Oh, good. Now, guys, you know, can anyone tell me how the front end is communicating with the back end? How the communication is happening here?
Variables API.
Yeah, by using the backend URL. That is the answer, which you have given in this particular JS file. Am I correct? Can anyone tell me how the backend is communicating with the database?
It's connection string.
Yeah, the answer is connection string. Good, very good. Now, guys, but if you observe, we haven't deployed it yet. Am I correct, guys? Where are we running the front-end application? Locally. Local host, we don't have a URL for it yet. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
You're running it locally. Now, let me close this. Let me create one app service for the front-end application. App service. Create. You know it is on React. So let us give a proper name to it and let us create. Yeah. React front end 1256. Any name. You want any name. And can you tell me what is the runtime stack? What should be the runtime stack for React? It is Node. Node. Okay. Windows. Wait for a minute. Yeah, free. Let me create it. Now, guys, here what we have just done, I'm creating a new app service for to host my front-end application. Done. Created one front-end application over in my Azure cloud. Now let me go back to the pipeline or project. Where is that? One minute, guys. Okay, then we need to create a front-end application. Okay, no worries. Because that repo is everything is already there, but I'm unable to find it. ecom project, yes. I think this is the one or what? No, this is not the one. Okay. Guys, here what I'm doing, I am creating a new repository for my React application. React front-end, create one repo, clone the URL, clone it. Now my intention is to, let me open my C drive, projects. Here I will create one new repo to send the files to the repo, guys. We should not use that shortcut method. Don't use that. You always go with this thing. React ecom. React ecom, where is that? React, this is the React ecom. Now copy the project files. This is my project. This is the project files. Copy the project files and paste it here. Guys, here what I'm doing, can anyone tell me what I'm doing here? Venkat Reddy, what I'm doing here? Someone speak, guys. Someone. Subrat, George, Karnakar. What I'm doing here?
In the local repository, we are pasting the code, sir.
So whatever code which I have written in this VS Code, now I have executed locally, it is working fine. So I want to push the code to the remote repository.
Right, sir.
Yeah, you know, there are a lot of ways we can actually use the VS Code directly. Yeah, 1 minute, guys. Let's do directly otherwise. Yeah, if you remember these two commands, what are these two commands, guys? What will these do? Do you remember these two commands? What is the use of this command? Very simple. Don't perform all these things. Don't copy and don't create. Don't worry. Excuse me. Go here. Just here. Open a notepad. Copy the command here, guys. Go to your repository. This is my repository. Copy the URL and here paste. Yeah, paste it. Now, guys, what I'm doing? What is the use of the git remote add origin? What will it do? When you type this, a remote or origin already exists for this. Yeah, it's already exists. Now, so we have to remove that remote. Git remove. It is okay, guys, because this project is already having one remote repository, so you can't assign a new repo to it. So let us go with the proper normal method only. So let us wait until these files have copied to my repo. Then we'll use this git GUI to push the code. So wait for 2 minutes so that the files can be copied. Meanwhile, we can actually do one more thing also. Let me git.
Sir, in the VS Code directly publish option will be there.
Yeah, it will be there in the VS Code also.
Okay.
1 minute, guys. Before that, let me execute this remove command. Git remove rm origin. 1 minute, guys. Done. Perfect. Now, can you tell me, guys, what I have just done? Can anyone tell me what I have just done? When I try to give my remote repository name to it, it is saying that there is already one remote repo. You can't give a new repo. So what I have removed the remote repo, and now I have given the new repo. Can you tell me what is the command to push the code when I have the repo? This is the command, guys. If you remember.
Yes.
Execute it. Now what will happen? The entire code will be pushed to the repo which we have just created. Am I correct, guys?
Correct.
On
Sir.
branch master. Now don't copy this. No, because the code has already reached here. If you look here, this is the pipeline. Yeah, sorry. To go to your repo. The repo master. Now, this is the code now, guys. I have pushed the code. If you see the variables.json file, this is the backend you also have updated. Am I correct, guys?
Yes.
So
correct.
I have pushed the code successfully to the repo. Now let me create one pipeline. Do you remember how to create a pipeline for a React application? Have we discussed that?
Yes, sir. We discussed.
Master, continue, empty job. If you remember, you need to add npm.
npm install, npm build or something.
Yes. And publish build artifact. Yes, npm install. This is npm build. Yeah, build. Command should be custom. Method should be run build. And here the folder should be build. If you remember this. Am I correct, guys? Yeah, done. The pipeline is ready. React CI 7Q. Now here what I'm doing, I'm actually compiling or building the React repos code and generating one artifact. Once the artifact is ready, I can actually push the code to the cloud. Wait for a minute. Guys, if you don't practice every day, it will be like a new class and it will be like an alien language. If you don't practice, don't do that, guys. Practice, then only you can learn. Wait for a minute. We are running the build pipeline. My intention is to push or deploy the code to this app service. Wait, guys. Yeah, it will take 1 minute at least. So let us fill this meanwhile. On deploy React .NET Core application to cloud. For that, I'm providing the source code, guys. You don't have the source code now. So I'm providing the source code. You need to create the pipelines. Here, where is the code? Yeah. This is the front end code. This is the script file, guys, which we have just run. If you remember, when we have created the database, we run that code. And this is my backend application. So I have given the three components of this project. Guys, if you are able to execute it correctly, that means, guys, you will definitely get a job in DevOps without any doubt. Now, yeah, the pipeline is ready. Let me go to the release and let me create a new release pipeline. Empty job, React CD, add an artifact. You know that we have just created one artifact with the name React CI. Yeah, here it should be Azure App Service deploy, because I want to deploy it to Azure App Service. Here, guys, you have to select the service connection, select the app service, what happened? Sometimes this won't work. Actually, these are two different service connections, so it is giving an issue. You know what it is. Again, you have to create the service connection, guys. You know how to do that. Let me quickly create one. On the last leg, we have stopped. No worries. Let me quickly grab the subscription ID, subscription name, and go to Azure Active Directory, app registration, new registration, React, .NET Core, any name you can give. Yeah, copy the application ID, copy the tenant ID, create the secret, add, copy the value, paste it here, go back to the subscription, access control, add role, contributor role, select member, React .NET Core, select review assign, done, verify, third connection, grant release, save and done. Yeah, this is the front end code, front end FE1256. Select the drop location, yes, drop, given the drop, that's it, guys. save and create release. Now, what will happen when you create release? This code will be deployed to my front-end application. You can see this. Now, if you come here, guys, this is my cloud. I have a backend URL. This is my backend URL. When I browse it, when I browse the backend URL, wait for a minute. Let me browse the front end also. Let me browse backend first. Then go back here.
Sir, this backend code we pushed via Visual Studio, right, sir?
Yeah, but we can create a pipeline also. I have shown you how to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, we will do actually in real time. We will do by using pipelines only. We never use that direct method. Okay. You should not use that direct method.
Okay.
That means as when I'm trying to access the backend, I'm able to do that. Can you see this, guys? So backend URL is working properly. It is able to connect to the database. I'm getting the data in the JSON format. So backend is good. It is working properly. So let me go and see the front end. This is the front end. All right, this is the final URL, na, guys. You can also try to browse the URL. You will get the answer. You will get the answer from the Azure SQL DB. You can see. You can actually, I'm giving the URL in the chat. You can browse it. Try to browse and get some data and put some data into it. Department. When I click on the department, you can see this, guys. Wait for a minute. The data will be shown here. Can you try from your end also? Open that URL and try to get the data. Initially, it will take some time. Network. Wait for a minute, it will come. The data will come. Yeah, it failed. What is the problem? 1 minute, guys, it got failed. Why the backend URL? Backend URL Azure website. Okay. Can you see this, guys? It got failed because we have given the wrong backend URL. If you go here, go to the repo. If you open the variable.json file, what is the URL which you have given? Backend URL. But what is that actual name of the backend application? It's backend. This is the backend. Actual URL is this. When you browse, this is the actual URL, guys. Copy. Now go back here because I did this. Change the backend URL. Yes. Now commit it. Now you have given the correct backend URL in the code. Go to the pipeline. When you do make any change in the repo, you have to run the build pipeline. It will give a new artifact, guys. Don't forget to do that. Whenever you change a code in the repo, try to run the pipeline, the build pipeline again. Then only you will get a new artifact that will give a new, the release will push that artifact to the cloud. Let me see that again. This time have we given the correct backend URL? Go to variable.json backend. Copy, paste, employee, enter. Yeah, I'm able to. This time the URL is correct. Let me see whether the pipeline is run. It is running, still running. Have you followed, guys? Do you understand what we have just done in today's class? Guys, you there?
Yes, sir.
Because it's a very, very important class. This is the 11th class, or among all 10 classes or 11 classes. This is the most important class. You have to practice and you have to share the URL. All the 3 components till now, we have executed or created those components individually. But today in the project, we have attached those components. So you have to do that, guys. In real time, we will do like this. Wait for a minute. Are you able to browse this URL, guys? The backend URL, the frontend URL, which I have given. Just try to click that. Are you getting that home page?
Yes, we can able to access that. Sure.
Yeah, but you will not able to access the data because that code has the wrong backend URL.
Right.
Can you tell me how did I know that it has the wrong URL? Can anyone tell me? This is actually, this will be seen by the programmers. As a DevOps engineer, you know that, you don't know that, but I'll tell you the trick. Right click on inspect and go to network. And guys, when you click on these buttons, department, you can see a red department here. And it is says status failed. When you click on that, it will give the URL, backend URL.
Which URL this?
Yeah, this is wrong URL. You know that now, guys?
Okay.
In this way, I have there is an issue. This is the issue. When you click employee, you can see this is another red employee has come. Same issue, wrong URL. So let me go back to the pipeline. Yeah, it is done. Let me go to the release. Create release again. This time you will able to access the data from your end also. Go to releases. Yeah. Download artifact, downloaded, executed, do that here. Done, guys. If you go back and try to access the same URL again, guys. Department. Oh, has been removed, or why? What happened? Didn't I deploy to that? React FE1256. Okay, wrong. Just a minute, guys. When I click the backend URL, what happened? Yeah. Can you see this, guys? Now I'm able to access the data. Guys, can you see this? Are you there? Answer me, guys.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Are you able to access the data from your systems by using the URL?
Yes, sir. I can.
Yeah,
I can do it.
Yeah, perfect, guys. This is the way of deploying your application, the entire application to the cloud. So we have created React component, .NET component, and the database, and we are able to access that. Good. Will you perform this at your home? Will you share the screens in the Slack, guys, tomorrow or on Monday? Or tomorrow, there is a class tomorrow, guys. Okay. So I want you guys to give me the URL. So let us browse that tomorrow also in our class. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Let us all meet tomorrow. Bye for now.